Wait, for just where is it the recording going? Is it just for the men's initiation space, or are you putting it somewhere else?
I will put it on my YouTube channel as part of. Um, I spoke more about this in a previous work talk I delivered. Part of my stand for this space and really every space is that this kind of work, meaning transformational work, that it happened beyond like closed doors of a therapist's
You're
office.
cutting out for me.
I can hear him.
I hear you clearly, Devin.
You can hear me. Okay, great. So if you cannot hear me, who said they cannot hear me?
I think that was John, and John is cutting out for me.
Okay, so it's probably John. Okay, thank you. Here, I'll say it like this. What I want in my culture of relating with other men is that we fall apart very publicly. And that's just a fucking tradition. It's like falling apart. We all have underworlds. We all have emotions, and that it becomes normalized that we go through that, and people can see it, and that there's a record of it, not to prove anything, but so that there is an actual path that other men or just people could find and follow and see. And so that's part of my stand with my YouTube channel, but it's also part of my stand just in archaeological spaces in general. And so that's the logistic for the recordings here, which
I
leads me
would
to say logistic space is open.
I would like to transcribe these calls also. Zoom has an option to do that, and it gives it like a really nice summary of the call, and I really like that to look back on the practices and yeah, so that's something that I can share with all of you also after these calls. Is there any resistance to that? Okay. Oh, thank you. I will do that.
Okay.
I'm having.
You're muted, John. Just as you figure it out, no problem. Don't worry about it. You're in the call, so you don't need to say anything unless there is something you need to announce. A few logistics from me about this space. So there were 5 agreements for this space that you all said yes to in the what would I call it, registration form. So one is what you all did already today is that you show up on time, which means that when it's 8:01 my time, the space is closed. And if you are not in the space, then barring a catastrophe with links, if you are not in the space, then you missed the session. There are no free passes for this particular space. So if you miss even one session, you're out of the space for this particular round. So that's 2 of the agreements. A third one is that you do 1 emotional healing process per week. And that could be related to this space or to what you're discovering here. I know that many of you are in many other transformational spaces. For me, I don't have a priority on adding stuff to the transformational work you are already doing. Like, it's not about doing more and more transformational work, but there are so many liquid states to go through, and there's so many emotions to go through, and that's in place just so you're going through your next evolutionary gateway. The 4th agreement was, let me see. I'll go to the 5th.
All 2 men.
Yes, thank you. Calling 2 men. I want to say that there is a revolution happening in possibility management, and maybe beyond. I would say John Elba is one of the pioneers of this revolution, but it's happening throughout the game world of really taking a stand to have lone wolfism be just a thing of the past among men, that it's just not how men interact in men's initiation culture anymore. And I know that for me, when I first started reaching out to men, it was like if I went to one men's group a week, which I did initially, it was like I'd go to one thing a week. I was like, okay, I've conquered my lone wolfism. I'm really getting out there. I'm really going all out. And I think we're just at the beginning of discovering how much closeness and how much non-privacy, there's a better way to say that, but really what's possible between men in relating when the lone wolf thing is no longer a part of a foundational part of how men relate or do not relate. And so calling 2 men per week, bare minimum, 2 men, especially from the space, but it could also be anywhere in the men's initiation culture group or beyond, that's part of the deal. And the last piece is about, and it's exactly where we're going today, but it's this piece around activating your guardianship for a space that is not, quote unquote, your space. I really loved the distinction that John brought when I asked him yesterday or the day before in the men's initiation cut the crap space, where he said, like, I can guard a space from this kind of unconscious fear, or I can guard a space from loving that space so much that there's things in that space that I want to exist. Here's how it happens for me. There's things in that space that I want to exist, and I love them so much that I become angry in a way that makes a difference when they do not exist in the space. And I think there's so much huge untapped potential for men to be like this invisible, quiet, but real backbone for spaces in the world that matter. So this can be possibility management space, Telegram group. I mean, honestly, I was thinking it could be many things that you might not even think about. Like it could be that the playground that's near your house where kids go to play, it's like every morning you have a golden cube around it and a black grounding cord, and all that happens on that playground, whether you see it or not, is love, possibility, clarity, no weird entities getting into that space. So if you have not discovered or decided on the guardianship space yet, I give this to you as a possibility to loosen up maybe other things you had not thought about that, yeah, actually you do care about, you do want to guard. So these are the 5 formal agreements for this space. The other agreements are that I did not say, but it's you show up to a space where you can make noise, where you have privacy for these 2 hours. That in this space, it's not a tea or a coffee space. It's if you are drinking something, it's for hydration because we're going through transformational work, and it's water. And that you also bring your kit every week, which is your emotional healing process, making noise, going through liquid state kit. Any questions or anything about those logistics agreements, etc.?
Your kit, you mean like the energetic tools, or you mean like the bucket and the rage towel and stuff?
Bucket, rage towel, beat book, pen, yeah. Okay, any other logistics from anybody? Logistic space is closed. I invite you to take a big breath. and get centered. If you have not declared a grounding cord, and maybe if you have even declared grounding cord, declare a bubble of space.
Good.
Bubble of space around you, and then you can help me if you want to declare a golden cube of workspace. 8 points in the golden cube of workspace with a thick black grounding cord. I was asking myself about what this space would be about all this last week and writing a lot of things down. And in the last hour, all of those things, maybe we'll get to them at some point, but a whole other world of stuff came through for me about what today's space will be. And I feel scared because I don't know if we can go there or what will come out of this space. And for me, it's the topic is like it's at the heart of what I want this space to be about. And stated simply, it's that it's about, this space is about love. And in particular, it's about you loving. You being a conduit or a tube that love comes through you out into the world. And that, for me, one of my pains about, I'll say men, but also about myself, is I've been aware that I could, just to say it very simply, I've been aware that I could love a lot more than I actually do. And when I about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, Benjamin Pollitt, who's not here tonight, said to me just very straight, Devin, you have been so very selfish with your life for so long. And I knew exactly, a part of me was like, what, will you say more about that? But that was just a bunch of crap. It's like, on a real level, I knew exactly what he was talking about, which is that in a way, I have been very committed to making my life personal, like making my life about my time is my time that I need for myself. And my love and my attention, it's like I need them for myself and my life. I need them for my projects. And on one level, that's accurate. It's like I do need my time and my attention for my projects. And I have been living, and maybe you have too, as though that love, time, and attention are scarce resources. And especially the love, as though the love is not the most abundant resource in the world that you have. This is part of what I want. A totally different friend of mine a little while ago said to me that he was ending his day well used. And he was saying this in the context of being in a community, of having a new partner. But what he was meaning was that he was ending the day as though every corner of his being had somehow given out what it could for the benefit of something outside of himself. And he was saying this not with this exhaustion, but with this kind of ecstasy of like, I can't wait until tomorrow when I get to do this again. Like when the next big layer of love comes through me, and that is how he's living his life. And what I want to start researching with you right away is what keeps you from being that, from being from your life being this outpouring of love in action. So I have. Does anyone have anything about that? Otherwise, I just would keep rolling.
Yes. It for me when I hear you talking about this, it's like I'm focused on me. And when I'm focused on me, not like this is not accurate, but it's like it kind of sucks. Like it's good, like I'm getting things done, or maybe I'm being with my emotions, and I'm like there's this inward, but really there's not a lot of outward. In my life, I feel so more alive when I do place my attention outward. And yeah, and so when you said like this selfish thing, when you said that, I was like, yeah. And yeah, I feel sad and yeah, I just feel sad. Like that, yeah, I just feel sad. I feel sad because my experiences is love is not this zero sum. I actually I do have an experience of I have more of it when I am putting more love in the world. And I feel sad because I'm not it's not like I'm not doing that, but I'm not doing that. I want to be doing it more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, John.
I think for me, a big part of what's in the way of being less selfish is unconscious fear. So I'm just, it seems very clear working with my fear, doing the processes. That's like really, really important.
Unconscious fear about what?
Being, uh, something about being exposed, being ridiculed, being judged, and going into some place where I'm alone and something like that. So returning to some kind of childhood experience of being isolated and without
Mm-hmm.
resources and without yeah, without being accepted and loved and seen in some way that I needed or I think I needed or something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
And thank you, Stephen.
I've been
As
ever since Devin, ever since you proposed that we become a guardian of a space, I've been experimenting with that. And what that's brought up for me is that I'm starting to see how what keeps me from really showing up as love in the world is that I'm afraid to exist. Like I just, as I'm walking around, like when I go into a grocery store, I notice how afraid I am to exist and just to interact. And I avoid cashiers. Like I'll go to the self-checkout. I will avoid the cashier because I don't want to be seen. I'm afraid to be seen. And I started practicing just like going to the cashier and letting myself like I was like they're probably going to ask me how am I doing and can I just say something that just I like I'm not thinking about it just is just going to come out some weird things that come out and I remember I had so many joyous moments where I just like one yesterday I just said aloha and it just like brought so much joy in this space and they changed and yeah it's just a big smile on their face and I yeah there's this piece here of can I just get out of this? It's leave this whatever box behind, and where's my North Star? And the North Star for me is I become a guardian, and as I again also choosing to become a guardian of these different spaces, I'm recognizing, why the fuck would I ever not do this? This feels so alive and so true, and so it's like I can leave whatever I thought I needed to hold on to behind, because now I have something to serve. Now I have something to step into. Now I have something to love, because
Mm.
for whatever reason I forgot that there was something that I could love.
Thank you, Axios. There's something you just touched on about, you didn't put this word to it, but I don't know. I can get real stiff around being a guardian, whatever the hell that means, or of being a agent of love in the world. Like, these kinds of things can seem very heavy to me. And what you just said about aloha, it's like there's a whole world that opens up when being love in action is just about delivering more delight to any space at all for no reason, and not as an act or a show, but it's like because you can just like sprinkle a little gold into any space on the planet for no reason other than you can do that. So anyway, I think we're going to be in a lot of research about what does it actually mean to be a guardian, a caretaker of a space, or a steward of a space. So I want to research this one person at a time in groups, the piece around, for you in particular, where are you stingy about love? Like, where are you withholding love? And what is really behind that? Stephen mentioned these unconscious fears, but they might be different for you. It might be something more specific for you. For me, it's something like, I won't have enough of me left if I start giving myself away as though I'm endless. But it might be something very specific for you. And so what I want to practice here is we'll be in groups of 3. One man, you're the whatever, stingy, you're the client. You're the one receiving the attention for the space, but getting to know yourself more on the level of, where am I stingy with love, and why am I stingy with love? And let me just make sure I'm getting this. There will be another man in the space who's a space holder, and as a space holder, we're going to keep on practicing these skills of, you do not need to know someone in order to be able to scan them very accurately and give them really, really valuable feedback about their X on the map. And so, space holder, even if you know the person in front of you, just cross that out. You do not know this man. What you have are your scanners for how they are blocking love from coming through them. And this is also what I want to say is, the love, it's not Devin's love, it's not Valentine's love, it's not Christopher's love. There's a source of love, and you just happen to be the place it's coming through in the world. You are the doorway for that love to come through. And so the question for the space holder is, how is this man blocking love? And also, why? What's happening that they are blocking it? And the client, your role, or part of your job is to let the feedback in, but also find the place when the space holder says certain words where you can sense a sort of resonance that you need to know more about. So for me, it was when Benjamin Pollitt said, "You have been so selfish for so long." It's like, I think Valentine and Benjamin had been firing things at me, and then when Benjamin said that, it was just like, there's the clarity. And it was the thing I needed to hear more about. So as a client, you're also listening for that. And when you hear it, say, I need to hear more about that. Like, tell me more about how I'm doing that particular thing. So you're unfolding space in yourself like that. And then coach, you're on the space holders team. You're giving whatever support, beeps, goes, check there, keep your sword up, don't be polite, don't be nice. So this is, you're a team. You're teams of 3, and I'll send out timing for this. Any questions?
How much time will we have?
I don't know. We'll see. It won't be a half hour. It'll be probably 10 to 15 minutes per person.
Will you let us know when to rotate?
Yes, I will. One other thing to watch as you're scanning men is that some men, maybe most men, but some men have a rescuing pattern that can look a lot like love coming through them. That they take care of everything, that they clean up spaces, that they're in a spiritual movement and they do a lot of service, but it comes from this being good, trying to rescue the space, and from a kind of doing that isn't actually a natural expression of love working through them. So if you notice that, also put that on the table. For them, it wouldn't necessarily be doing more that would unlock more love coming through them.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to put us into groups. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 14. We have a funny number.
Devin, there's no part of this that the client is disclosing how he is blocking love or why he's blocking love.
Not yet.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so there are going to be 2 groups that have just 2 people in them. I'm going to be popping around to the different groups. I'm opening up the space. Good luck, men.
The space holder, maybe I should be the one. The space holder, like scanning you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Ricky, you're such a nice guy. I see that it's like you're trying to put your love out there, and it's just too, you're too fast with it. Like you're closing yourself from this love. Like you're not loving yourself. Like it's not, you're just giving it to everybody, but except you. Like you are not part of this. And I feel fear that this could block you from really giving love. Like, yes, like really smacking out love, like without borders, like really, like it comes into you, like letting it out, because now you're still limiting, like you're like, oh no, I can't because I haven't done it for me. I haven't really cared for me.
And what does the world miss with him not, in a way, it's like not being clear, angry, sharp, whatever it is, this other part of his love? What does the world miss?
Well, the world does miss so much integrity. It misses like a companionship in a really
Just let it in, Rick.
loving.
You don't have to write it down. Just, this is recorded.
Yes, it really misses you creating a team from such a warm, heartfelt place. I like the world misses you as a true brother, as someone who has this power of connecting, of creating connection with like every animal, like with every being, without making distinctions of like how much they are worth, without without discriminating.
Tell me more about that, Dominic.
Yes, you have this aura of just like this longing for true harmony, like no bullshit harmony, this harmony that's possible, that's really possible when beings open up to showing themselves in a space and to love and be loved wholly.
And I feel like pissed that there's some part of your box that's thinking what I'm going to think about you, and therefore it's somehow blocking that flow from coming through, and I'm missing out on your being, and I'm pissed about that. Yeah, and I get a sense you can combine like this grounded energy that you bring with that, and that you can somehow tune into that to let go of this sort of superficial and like superfluous care that you're that you're somehow concerned about what others think about you. Yeah, I'm getting there. So maybe
It makes me feel sad.
Mhm.
Yeah, it makes me feel sad because it's like it's so habitual, and it feels like it takes away from my it takes away from the presence of reality.
Exactly. It's taking away, and I see you don't even want this. It's almost running unconsciously in you, and there's some EHP around this concern for others, that there might be some doorway there that could really unlock this beautiful potential that you're having to really channel these archetypal energies through you, these archetypal energies of love and genuine, authentic care. And also wisdom. I get a sense like you have this innate knowing, this almost spiritual wisdom knowing, and you're holding that back because you're afraid to ask the dangerous questions. Like you're afraid to be dangerous in this space and really bring this intuitive wisdom to the space that you're in.
What do you think I'm afraid of happening? Like what's gonna...
Yeah, I think I'm getting that it's going back to what people will think about you. Like they might not want to be around you if you're bringing dangerous questions.
Go to the next layer. There's a whole other world of why Yossi withholds. And you might have to guess, like just poke around. But it's like, it's bigger. It has to do with his archetypal work in the world.
Yeah. Maybe something about how you perceive yourself to be in the world is limiting the breadth of love that you could actually be.
Like overly overly sleep, overly consume. And that keeps, paradoxically, that keeps you away from really living the fact that right now, like your being is here right now, your heart is here right now, and your closeness to yourself is here right now.
Would you say more about that, Valentin?
Mm-hmm. You
But
deny yourself.
wait. Christoph, will you don't just ask him to say more, but you need more of something in particular from him. Like, so dial up what you need more of from Valentin, which could be, will you pay attention to this particular part or that word?
Yeah, this Valentin, this part of you mentioned the part that is consuming, have to consume overally or something like that. Would you say more about this? Because this is getting a grip.
Go.
It's an orientation towards the outside. So you think you have to fill something up within you, and you orient towards the outside world in many different ways: food, sleep, contact with other people, which is all very important. But you're missing the part where you can be close to yourself, where you can find the source and the fountain and your being and your heart within yourself, and where you don't really need, where you don't need anything from the outside anymore. And then it becomes tiresome, like nourishing yourself and just being becomes tiresome, because as soon as you're awake, you kind of need to do something in order to sustain your own existence. Whereas in reality, it's the opposite of you being here, you being alive right now is what animates you, what drives you forward to do actions. And there's something that you hold on, something in you is tight and wants to control, because it's kind of worked for you to dig out of the hole that you were in, like to really have a rhythm and a schedule and things to do. But I think now it's time to start letting go and start to trust that life has your back. Start that you are being propelled forward by beneficial forces, by love itself. And that would mean to let go of this plan, how to like take care that you don't go to a dark place anymore. And like children, something about children comes to me now, where you being with your daughter or you being with children, they can teach you how to do that. Like if you're just really being with them and you pay attention to how they do it, you might learn a thing or two on this quest. And to even just like look up to the sky. No, I don't know where this is going, but like look up to the sky and let yourself be inspired.
Nice.
Valentin.
Go. Yeah, Valentin. For letting it flow out. I'm inspired by that.
So you go next as possibilitators and you give it back to me.
Oh,
Yes.
I will be the coach.
Okay. I feel fear and I go for it. Yeah. Valentin, you hold back your love by
I will be client.
You will receive the feedback.
Yes.
Stephen, what's on your lips?
I will give I'll be the facilitator.
Okay, I'm the coach. Go.
Axios, what is blocking you from being just a radiant love star in your life? Is one thing is not is reaching out, like like that you need the nourishment of community and other men and the reminders that of who you are. You need the reflection of that at this point, and maybe always. But what's blocking you is asking for what you need, like just relentlessly. Like
Yeah,
someone
go,
doesn't pick
Stephen.
up,
Yeah,
someone doesn't pick up a second time, just to keep being an advocate for yourself in what you need to be to share your gift. You have so much to share, and you need more
go, Stephen,
nourishment.
and there is even more that wants to come through you right now, and just allow it to happen. Stephen, go.
And what is it even beneath? He doesn't play full out in reaching out. What's with that? What's really happening in him that he does not do that?
Go, Stephen.
Yeah, go. Yeah, that feeling, let that ride.
It's like it's not deserving, not knowing what's possible, not letting it in, like not like what if it's not really there? What if I'm not, it's like you like open yourself to take the risk of being wrong, of being a fool, of oh, I opened myself so much and I was hurt. Like take that risk. Like
And don't jump to the giving him possibilities yet.
Yeah.
Stay with it. There's a whole world of decisions, thoughtware that keeps him. He knows the possibility. He knows what he can do. Why doesn't he move yet? Talk to that part of him.
There's so much pain. There's so much pain.
You're scared of what will happen if you're loving that much. And I invite you to put the foot off the brake and see what happens and find out. And I wonder, I'm sniffing that you do know how to let love flow through you. And I just wonder if there's more tools or dimensions that you're not aware of yet. Like maybe you could be a musician and channel love in that way. Or there's areas you haven't explored yet, like putting love in food. And like this, like I think you spread love through your awareness quite naturally by now. And it's like, I wonder if there's avenues that you're not able to bring it out yet because you haven't tried them or you haven't built a matrix for them.
Instead of wondering, wow, just, I don't know who you're talking to, but tell him the avenues. I mean, there's possibilities you see that you see he does not see. So just speak to that.
Yeah, I keep getting this thing about just, yeah, movement, like wild dance and sound and this really soulful expression that just blasts out of you. This is what I'm seeing. It's like you're so good at being this pillar of light.
Yeah.
It's like, what if it's more of a Joker kind of energy or like just more playfully
Yeah,
wild?
I would want to know more about like be wild, be
Yeah.
a Joker in the space. So I
Yeah,
think we're switching, but that's what I would want to know
Not
more about.
yet. You're the group of
Oh,
three? Not yet.
yeah.
yeah. I feel fear because I don't know what you already do, but I would say dance.
Well, just throw that out. You don't need to know
Yeah.
anything. You can see
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Dance, sing, play music, go nuts. Go nuts in service of your tribe and lose yourself in service, but in a way that is, yeah, it's a little wild, it's a little cuckoo, because then you challenge your own box and you find out what is possible beyond that edge. And I think it's a new way of serving for you than just being like a present pillar. It's like, how can I break boxes open by breaking my own box open and be of service in that way? I think that could be a great way for you to serve.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they said something about movement too.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's like the Joker has this kind of movements in service of the king and the kingdom, and he does them and he doesn't give that many fucks because he knows it's in service, and this is the kind of energetic signature I want you to experiment with and try out with, because I sense there's a lot in there for you. Yeah, and that's what I got. And then you find your thing. It's like music, dance, whatever that signature brings out of you.
Well, get him to do it right now. Like
Yeah, would you
have
try
him
it, John?
and just
So
coach him
so
through it. See if you can find the spot where there's actually something for him to explore more. So it's not just an
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, so let go of this like rigid, mindful pillar and like how it
This is greater than you even. And it needs to happen. You need to let it flow and let it out. And it's big and it's inside of you and it's there and it's present and I can feel it. And it just wants to come out and it wants to flow outwardly. And you have permission to do so. You can just let it flow and give yourself that permission to let it go. And you can give yourself permission. You are all the permission that you need to be. And we're all waiting for you also.
Will you tell him, Ricky, specifically, what are you waiting for from Dominic in terms of love?
For the large amount of love that you're holding inside, is holding back this large ball of love to give. I feel like we're waiting for you to just pour it out in large and larger and larger and larger quantities. It's enormous. And not hold back and not be stingy with your love and not hoard it to yourself and hide it and be afraid of your love.
Be really specific, Ricky. You're not allowed to use the word love anymore for this session. You used up all your loves, but really be specific.
Okay.
This guy, this Dominic guy, you've seen it, you can feel it, you can smell it, that there's a very particular quality that if it came more into the world, your life, Ricky, would be fuller. You would be inspired. You would be touched more. So look at that part of Dominic and speak to that. And you don't need to know what it is. You can sense it and let the sensing speak. You can't get this wrong.
There's a softness in your sword that is an endearing. So it's a sword of clarity and just a shot of like truth that is important, that means a lot, that will affect and impact me personally to receive your clarity, your strength, basically. Like there's something in drawing your sword that is that I want. I want to receive that from you. I want to receive a direct shot.
Pause
from
for a
you.
second, Ricky. You're doing great. Dominic, let the feelings, let the noise come. Like let your whatever's moving in you, don't block it. Keep going, Ricky. It's great. It's working.
I want you to hit me with your fucking best shot. I want you to hit me with your hardest shot. I want that. I need this.
Like I'm kidding myself and bullshitting myself with what I really want in romantic relating.
Just interrupt Yossi when he's trying to understand. Jeremy, understanding just won't help you. So it's like keep talking, Yossi, and get it past his understanding. Jeremy, put the pen down. Just let yourself relax. This guy Yossi can see so much about you. Everyone can. Everyone can see so much about your love and the places that you keep it or cap it. And just let the words touch that part of you. You don't have to do anything right now.
Yeah, so it's this when you're kidding yourself for what you really want, for how you actually want to relate and romantically, that's getting in the way of you like falling apart to something different, to a different type of love that you've never touched upon before. You know, like staying in this box of what you think love is, and like this kind of schoolboy attitude of, you know, how you think you should be relating. Even here with the men in the space, coming with a certain flavor that you're used to, maybe this like kind of like good boy or, you know, yeah, of flavor. It's like this box that you're quite used to. That's not like that. You need someone to come and crack it to try something different. Like coming in with something that's a little more messy and a little more out of your identity, some kind of clown or something that can, you know, shake you up to experience something a bit more dangerous of how you can source love. That's not going to be as safe as you're used to, or
And
have these
Yossi,
ideas.
keep going,
Uh,
but will you keep trying to come back to the X on the map? So you're already going to possibilities for him, and just keep helping him get exactly where he is. Because I'm just going to speak about you, Jeremy. Part of Jeremy's thing is he's a very helpful guy. Like a lot of him is trained to be a supportive thing in the space, and help him get how limiting that really is for his heart coming into the space, for love coming into the space.
well, you're always putting yourself to the side when you do that.
Go, yeah.
You're always putting your heart to the side. It's like you're not putting your heart first. You know, yes, fuck yeah, wonderful quality to be empathetic and compassionate and see in others. And where are you left when you do that? And what can come through you into the gift of others? So really, what's happening is you're actually keeping yourself stuck, and your gifts are not landing in others because you're so obsessed or conditioned to have to care for other people in the space.
Where you gave your center away. You gave your center away and your authority away, and you avoided because you were looking for a specific kind of feedback, a specific kind of resonance. And that made you blind for the love that you were receiving. That made you come up with this decision of, okay, I have to be reasonable. I have to bring good arguments so people listen to me. You avoided to really look what's behind because there's this filter that is blocking of you coming through.
Yes, Christopher, and how does that make him stingy with his love?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah.
Just one thing, Stephen, if there's sounds, just let them come. Like let the mess happen here. And try to keep your eyes open as much as you can. Yeah, let that come. Yes, you can make noise while he's talking. You can slow him down if you need to.
Yeah, Stephen, you came up with this rule, with this, okay, this is the way how it goes. Like if I bring good arguments, if I talk in a certain way, if I speak in a certain way, if I grab the attention from others in a certain way, they have.
Now, as you're delivering your scanning, Christoph.
Oh, and you are each here with love in a way that you keep yourself in a needy position. You don't let yourself get as big as you are, and then really be there with your impulses
Yeah.
and yeah, there is this. You do this with your neediness because you know that you're safe then, and this is a way with where you staying safe, and then you don't allow yourself to go outside and
There's more there. Like
yes,
there's another.
yeah. And the next what is coming to me is there is this lack of love because you
Yeah,
don't get outside.
Christoph,
You don't get outside, so
Christoph, let more of your nuts come forward. Your hands, like if you need to stand up, there's a whole world of fucking feeling that wants to come through you. Let it come through. Go.
all right. So
Yes.
yeah, you want to be in connection, Joseph. There is this part of you that wants to be outrageous, and you want to go outside and really know that you're on this fucking planet and have your feet on the soil and feel this love coming through from Gaia through you and shine with that. You really want to shine with this. And also so there is this
Make this when you get frustrated, stuck. Also go. Just yeah.
I want you to you want to stay not stand up is the word I want. You want to go and stand up and just be wild out there and you don't you're itchy with love because you don't want people to freak out, so you don't freak out yourself because this is so scary for you, and then this isn't helpful. You're blocking your own love flowing through other people and flowing through yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this?
For me,
Yes.
I feel a lot of fear. I feel scared hearing you say it because it's landing and yeah, scared.
There is something that comes when you can connect more with the water. This is something that your heart is longing for. Like this reason that is happening when you're not allowing yourself to do the things what would nourish yourself. And you could connect more with the water and in not just in a way by doing something with it, to be with it, really be with it and allow to really connect yourself with this flow again and this flow of water. There is some gold in it for you, that when you can learn how to let love flow again and get nourished and like pumped up and be in this radiance of a love flow again. And yeah.
Thank you, Christoph. Sorry. Thank you, Christoph.
Devin, you're muted.
You're right. I am. I was. Welcome forward, men. I have two things I'm going to throw into the space, and then I want to hear from you. One is that one of the assignments for this week that I will post in our group is that you watch the film Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is a documentary which is about Fred Rogers. And he was a, anyone know who Fred Rogers is here? Okay. The American
TV show presenter?
Yes, yeah, the Americans know who Fred Rogers is. The only thing with this documentary is you can't watch it alone. So you could organize a group watching of it, but that you watch it with someone else that you feel during it, and that you just check for how is love here? That would be the question in this film.
While watching the movie, is that what the documentary?
Yeah, you don't have to take the question too seriously, but just how is love here? Like a light touch inside of you. I'll say the other thing later. Anything about this?
I have something
Yeah.
that it's really landed in me how much like using my fear to scan and give possibility coaching, or not coaching, as a possibilitator and scanning another man. Yesterday I was in a space of Axios and Steven and about being more and more comfortable with fear, and like I saw Valentine give so much amazing love and value and scanning to Christoph that I was like, I have to really go for this and try it for Valentine. And I feel I was like, I really had to have so much fear in me and not turn that fear into like unconscious, like fuck, but to like be with it. And I feel so glad. Like I was really in contact with Valentine, and I just loved that it was possible to do that for him and to be that for myself too. And so that really, it's amazing to me to see how this really works, because my box doesn't believe it. And Christoph too, when when I was a client, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Everything he's telling me is landing, like most things. So I'm really grateful.
And I have to admit, before I entered the breakout session, I was angry at each man in this space, including myself. I was really pissed because I could see of all the not bringing in the full potential into life, including myself. Like I was really pissed. I was angry. I could see all the mass, the strategies and all that shit. And then during the space, I was with Axios and with Steven, receiving this feedback and giving the feedback and being seen in this creation power that I am, and that I gave feedback to Steven that Steven is. It's just, it made so much fun. And I'm so grateful for this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
One piece of gold that I received was, as I was being scanned, I was coming in with this schoolboy attitude of trying to write it down and really grasp it intellectually, and I got the coaching to just put the pen down and just let it land in my heart. I feel sad about that, because I see it's not my box's tendency, and there's something I'm resisting about that liquid state, about letting feedback really in. So I feel grateful to receive that coaching.
What are you resisting, Jeremy? What are you really resisting?
Yeah, something about the unknown, like maybe the liquid state that would force me to change and to open up and be like in a different way.
I think it's worth it to keep discovering that, meaning to keep discovering what. No, I think we're going to do this next, but like I think we all have about 1,000 ways of just blocking love, And really, in this space, feedback, cutting the crap, using the sword to wake each other up, it's all love. It is all love. And gosh, imagine what your life would be like if you were the one deciding to let the barriers down to love coming in from any angle, no matter how it looked like. I got the reminder recently, the wake up, I guess, recently, that love is just what we're made out of. And it's what the universe is made out of. And it's like, okay, if that's accurate and you were able to even let down 1% of what blocks your heart from having love touch you, you would be a different kind of man. You'd lead a different kind of life. Anybody else? And that is the next part, is this piece around, on some level you're stingy with love. On a whole other, love's a two-way tube. And there's the love that's coming out through you. And then there's the whole way, there's the whole world. There's people in front of you all the time, even when they don't notice it, exuding love. And then there are people who very specifically are trying to love you, have been trying to love you for years. And it's like they can't do anything more to try to get their love to go land over in you. And you, in unconscious ways, protective ways, have sheltered your heart, because that's fucking what we are raised to do. Even if your parents loved you very, very much, and when you were 6 years old, the love could come in. If you entered school, you immediately entered a dead zone. It's like school is not about love. Most spaces in modern culture are not about love. And so, as my father would say, you come by your defenses honestly, which just means it's like if you are defended from love touching you, it's like, well, you shouldn't, don't blame the culture, but it's like you got it from somewhere. And so, I wonder about this. It's like, it seems for me on some level, I get the part intellectually about, love out, bring more of my love out into the world. It's obvious how that limits what could be. It's less obvious to me about how me not letting myself be loved limits love from happening in the world. But I think you can probably sense in some way that it does.
Yeah.
And so what about that for you? What is it in you that blocks people from loving you?
I have a thing that's alive for me about this I'd like to share. I blocked the love from a friend from a long time ago by making a story about her and her, like, uh I just attributed motives to her, and I just created this story of her, and then I gave myself the opportunity to like confront her with this story, and it shattered, and I was able then to like experience like the quality of love that she was offering me. Like someone that I knew like from 25 years ago and have had like very little contact with it. Like I was like, it didn't reach me, that I didn't have the possibility that I could be loved so like just innocently and over such a long stretch of time and space. And it was so that just came to me as you were sharing, is like seeing how I blocked it, and then also like feeling like now I want to share this story. Like I wrote a song about it. It's like I want people to know like fuck what's possible in terms of the love that I experienced.
Thank you, Stephen. Is the song on your album?
No, it's not quite done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would
but
you
it will
would
be
you
in the future.
yeah, would you post it in the group when you have it? I would like to hear it.
Yes.
I am holding back love from others by not showing my emotions. Like I'm open to share any feeling I have, but not an emotion, because that's too weak. And I've noticed recently, like where I met someone I've never met before, and I shared my loneliness, like my sadness, because I noticed it's his topic too. We're resonating in this field, and I shared it, and it went really big. He said that's the strongest pain in my life.
Whoa.
And it led to us being closer. Yeah, so that's motivating me to like go for it. Just get the fuck out there with my emotions. It's okay.
What's up for you other men?
I'm blocking love by yeah, being grumpy or looking grumpy or to people outside, and I noticed that because Echo is sending me a lot of people who are yeah, coming into my life and trying to say hello to me, and I notice it's not working anymore. Just being grumpy, and I'm glad that it's not, but it's this pattern is breaking somehow. It starts to, but I really noticed that it's okay. I put on like not a smile. I don't know the English term, but I look kind of grim when I walk around, and I noticed that some people I try to block the love and don't even let them come close because yeah, somehow I'm scared to be with other people, to let them getting closer to me.
I realized in the call that my lone wolfism is really connected to how much love I hoard for myself. So if I'm not giving out my love to more people and I'm keeping it for myself, and somehow that feeds my lone wolf, and I am busy. I'm too busy for love. That's my excuse, and that's what I tell people when they want to like, approach me or give me or spend time with me. I become a vortex of busyness and doing, and identity of a doer, and that's how I block it. That's my weapon against letting love in.
I block love because I'm I haven't mourned the loss of so many things in my life. And so I don't want to lose it. Some of you men have like really shown me love, and I get sad when I like when there's love being when love's trying to get in because like I'm so scared of losing it. Like so I'm not here. I'm still with like the past of like the loss. And so it like it maybe it I like it or I want it or whatever, but I can't let it all the way in because I'll lose it again. And that I'm still carrying that. Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Feel scared, John, and sad. Like I want you to have a process for that or have something like because if you're still carrying that, like do you have that on your list like of each piece? Would you rate it? Or,
Yes, yes, Joseph. It's been a long process for me. And
cool.
I do bring this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm realizing just now how much my mother and father try to like come closer to me. Like how they try and try again to, want to see me more and trying to say the right thing and they don't know how to say the right thing and I'm like keeping that defense up and I'm keeping that story up and I'm trying to play it cool and I don't know, like why am I doing that? They just want love. They just want to love me. I'm their boy, whatever that story is and may, and and it continues with my sister, who's an Australian, and we don't speak much anymore. And I feel like over the years, she has tried again and again to reach out and love me. And I have some fucking weird, like cool boy attitude of like I don't I don't know. That's not my thing. Or if I let that happen, then I have to let go of some stories. I don't even fucking know. Like it's just coming to me now as you ask these questions about leaving love and now I'm thinking about friends and flatmates and lovers and like how I'm holding back and from them loving them just loving me and like taking that away. Yeah.
Yeah, what you say, Yossi, connects with me as well. I block love right now because I judge people's compatibility with myself very much based on the tools they have, the tools that we're working on now. If they don't have these PM tools, there's this hierarchical relating. Why it's like, oh, you don't know how to relate, so I'm gonna leave because you're not worth it, or it's a waste of my time. Yeah, I feel sad. I feel sad. Like, this judging and this, it's just like hate. It feels so terrible to say. Like, how could I do that?
I have a question for you, Ryan, because I was going through something. You just said words I could have said a month or two ago. And in a way, I realized that it's like a deeper thing that the judgments and all that were sort of superficial. Like they definitely work as the defense, but they aren't the real reason I'm not letting the love touch me from these other people. They're not the real block. They're just so what is it for you? What is it for you that you don't let that love touch you?
Yeah, I can listen to you speak. It's these people are in fact mirrors, and they show me the times when I'm relating and not arriving at my fantasy of radical relating or always creating the deepest intimacy or something like that. Something that they're showing the parts of me that are still there and that I'm rejecting, or I'm not loving myself because I have these parts. Mm.
I feel like there's something else that you could touch, Ryan. Like what if you went a layer deeper underneath that, what's there for you?
Thing that always comes back. I've already done HPs on it, but it's this idea of not being good enough. Like not fear of not being seen as good enough. This fear, sensation of myself not being good enough, and this preventing me from completely loving myself, or completely opening up. I was connecting with the space before what John was saying with arriving. There's this idea in me, like I'm waiting for people to tell me how to get there, to arrive at the place where I am now open, but I'm still not there. It's this idea like I'm still not there, so whatever I bring, it's only this good. And I'm trying to get up to here.
Will you do another EHP on that this week, Ryan?
Will someone hold an EHP for me on that this week?
I will hold it for you, Ryan.
Thank you.
I want to add to this that I'm doing GT0 right now, which is a lot about the wounded identity. And when I hear you speak, Ryan, especially when you say that you've done EHPs on this, I think like check it out because the work with the wounded identity for me right now, it's so much more deep than just like doing EHP after EHP after EHP, but it's really looking at this thing. If something keeps on coming back, like a wounded identity, if it keeps on coming back, it might benefit from like another angle of approach than just doing EHP after EHP after EHP.
Thank you, Ant.
Valentin, will you say more about this process of wounded identity? And like maybe it's not just EHP after EHP.
I actually thought of it last session when you were speaking of the abandonment, John. Like that would be also an example of like just something that is so deeply ingrained in your identity where it really becomes like a facing of this very like a facing of the pain, but then a realization of what you get from it, because there's something that your gremlin gets from playing this identity over and over, and realizing the cost, like realizing the cost of what it, like the love that it really cuts, is something that I have not gotten to in an EHP, but that I'm discovering right now. Of yeah, like even right now I have a chance of being in love with you and really like letting myself be close to you and letting you be close to me. And there's something so deeply unconscious that I'm starting to discover in the wounded identity research, like a wall, like a glass wall it is for me. It could be something completely else for you, but something that is always latently there, and starting to touch that and starting to bring that down, it's really like a completely new life.
Yes, thank you, Valentin. And also, like I kind of get what you're saying, but I don't know the way. Is there like a website, or is this a process, or like because you said you're doing research, like
It's the
I'm
GT0.
the GT0.
It's done in GT0.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Valentin, for bringing that.
Thank you.
I'm blocking love like by being scared, my fear of revealing myself, and fear of like the love, like of well, like not knowing, like at first I felt sad when it first brought this down, and like thinking about my mom's, like, and how like when I'm with I like when I fall asleep at night, I sometimes I feel so scared my mom's gonna die. But then when I'm with them, like in person, they visit me and my sister, like I'm on my phone, or like I'm just like I go back to this thing. I'm like I'm just ignoring, like we're just there together, but we're not having like deep intimacy. We're just there, and it's comforting. But like, and I feel really sad about this because don't have unlimited time with them, and yeah, I just I'm scared to like bring it somewhere else. Um, yeah, so that's what comes. And even here, like I feel really scared, like of of just being messy and saying things, and I'm glad to speak up right now, but I could feel I wanted to speak for a little bit, and yeah. So that's I block love.
Thank you, Joseph. I want to, a few things. This might sound absurd, but you never have to let anyone's love in. Like there's no should about this. And I say that because, at least for me, it's been easy to take this as love is happening out there from all sorts of different people, including my mother, and I just block it, and I need to do something so that I don't block it. And what I want to say is it's like I don't really know what happens when love comes in. I don't, like, a part of me has an idea of what it would look like. And what I've noticed from being on this path and going through so many processes and the big initiations, it's like the way my mother and I love each other nowadays, but I just say it the way my mom loves me. I had no picture for that. Like I had no idea for that. And the more I let it, it does not come from a should that it comes in and touches me. It's the result of processes, not the result of forcing anything. And so I want to just, for whatever reason, I just wanted to open up that nut for you here. And there's one other piece I wanted to say. A couple of weeks ago, I was in the men's initiation culture. I forget which space it was, but it was with Stephen, it was with Joseph. And the biggest problem going on in my life is that I was spending time with people that I really loved very much. And we would just end our time together telling each other how much we loved each other. And I realized that even saying those words, it was like they didn't express what was happening inside of me at all. Like they were this massive limit on mostly the sounds and the movements of love that wanted to come through me. And it's like, in order for me to let it come through me, I could not be the same guy on the other side of the love moving through me. It was too devastating. Like it's too annihilating for my nervous system. And after that call with Stephen and Joseph, it's like that's what I started practicing with these two people in particular. And our last time of meeting together, I don't even think we said "I love you" to each other when we left each other. But what was left was a space that I don't even have words for. It was like love just interacting with love. And I don't have a program for that or a design for that, but it came as a result of all three of us moving and letting the love start to move through us. And then it had its own shit to say to itself through each of us. And I think it would have the same thing with you, that there's no way to predict how this would look. So there's a bunch of men in here who love each other. And then there's you, and each of you are you. And what I want to just practice is not to just totally skip the emotional healing processes that are needed, but for you to get practice in navigating in yourself, to letting love move through you when people are just sitting there loving you for no reason at all. And so this next space might have some words, but it is not really a mental verbal space. It's you have two people, maybe in some cases one person, sitting in front of you, and they are loving you. And you are your current system, and your whole practice is you navigate to let the love closer and closer and let it pierce every cell in your body. And this will involve sound. It will involve movement. It will involve probably weird things, and maybe here and there it will involve words. But mostly it is not words. It is beyond understanding. So it's a practice that Lee Lozowick called being annihilated in love. Are there any questions? Probably only questions, but any logistical questions?
So one person both people are going at the same time, and you're just loving each other, and
No,
see what happens.
it's going in one
Okay.
direction for now.
Oh, okay. One person.
Two
Okay, another person just
people,
kind of.
two
Yeah.
people loving one person. You declare yourself as love, and you are the sun radiating onto this person. And you do not need to make them feel anything. So you do not need to push your love out to cause something to happen over there. You just love loving on them. Hey, everyone looks very enthusiastic.
I'm scared.
Yes. Yes.
Ugh.
I'll be bouncing around and doing timing stuff.
And loving.
I mean, yeah.
Uh,
We're going to do it a little different. We'll have one group of 4, and somehow I'm going to figure out the timing. Don't know how yet. Rooms are open. Good luck, man.
Oh, I feel so uncomfortable in this practice. Oh.
Would you let the uncomfort just move? Let the sound come.
It's like giving love to, or I don't know,
No,
fearless
not
love.
not the words, not the words so much. Just yes,
Oh,
that, the movement, the sound.
oh,
Yeah, especially if it's your resistance.
oh.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
uh, uh. Uh, hey, uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
uh,
Let your body move too, Dominic.
Yeah, just need to center again. There was my friend just coming into the room trying to save me.
I'm scared of letting it touch me. I'm scared of feeling the love. I feel so scared. It's not real or something. Ah. It's like not enough for like it's gonna go away and then
See if you can navigate right down below that story to keep letting it come in, to keep open a space. Yeah, you have that story. Let it come in anyway. Yes.
so good to be with you, John. Ah. Uh, 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 ah. Uh, Oh, it's so scary. Oh,
Yeah, let that sound come too.
yeah, I'm so scared. It's like I gotta love you guys back, or you're gonna go. Like I gotta. It's like I feel scared. The story. Uh, both of you. It's like, it's like I can just mess up any moment and then it's gone. Uh, 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 uh,
Mm.
Ryan, I want you to know that you're exactly where you where the universe needs you and wants you to be in your journey.
Ryan, will you try let us come to you instead of you coming out to us? Yeah, like that. And you might find there's little parts you curled up. You can just like open them so the love can touch those parts, even with your hands. Yeah.
Hmm.
Who's the client here?
Ricky.
Okay. Yes. Let that kind of sound happen, Ricky. Yeah, that stuff. Ricky, even if it's like, no, 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 no. Like there's something, yeah, you don't have to let this in. Just feel how you resist it. Yeah, that.
I don't believe.
Yes, say that.
I don't. Not true. Not true.
There's a whole world of big feeling right under those words. If you can go there, go there.
I don't believe it. Like it's not true.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
If you have one more minute, see if you can let the feeling start to come out a little more, Ricky. It might even come to like, not true. It's not fucking true. Or just what, yes, that movement. That's great.
What do you want? What do you want from me? Like what do you want? You know? What do you want? Like you want something for this. What do you want for this? You know?
That's time.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Looks
Yeah.
like we lost Yossi. Will he? Oh, okay. We're good. Never mind.
So it's a quick transition. Ricky, do you need anything right now? Okay. You don't have to be good, but if you, I believe you. And I just want to say, you don't have to be good, man. It's okay not to be good. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. go, Ricky.
Ricky, I'm with you.
Mhm.
Does that have words, Ricky?
It's okay not to be good. Okay,
Yeah.
not. It's okay not to be good, man.
Yeah.
It's okay not to be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's okay to not be together, not be tight. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, really. It's really for sure. Like, let that really be in your nervous system. It's an upgrade. You can be fucked up here. And without leaving that place, we're going to shift to the next, to whoever the last man is. Need to send something out. But yeah, let your nervous system keep getting that.
Okay, Yossi, here it comes.
Working as well. It's but suddenly me starts smiling a lot.
Yeah, that sound too. Let that move in you, that laugh thing.
Go.
Ah, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Whew, ah, ah. Oh, ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah. Yes, yes, yes. I am here. Ah.
Well, I'm gonna just throw something at you. Go to the terror. Way underneath all of this stuff. And just let it in just a little bit. Like just take a little bit in. Yeah. Yeah, that. Let those little sounds start to come there. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
Yes, well, that.
Ah, ah.
Yeah, make the sounds of that too. That there might be a noise like might be a word like no or something. Try to keep your eyes open. Stay with us. Yeah.
I'm so scared to be seen in this.
Mhm.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
About 1 minute left.
I don't know. Fuck.
Try not to hurt yourself. Just keep your eyes here. And we are coming to an end.
I'm really scared. I'm scared to show you that I don't know. Thank you, man.
Thank you, men. Seems like everyone. There we go.
Cricket room. I was still in there. Appreciate you, Valentine. I wanted to make sure you get some appreciation.
Men, we're formally at time. I'm here. I think every week I'll be here for 5 to 10 minutes longer, so you can be too. If you need to leave, just go. And anything from anybody about anything.
I was trying in my mind at one point, and then I dropped into my body, and I was like, I could just be the love in my body, like with Valentine. In the beginning, I was like, I love you, I love you, I love you, like in my mind, making some mantra, and then I like dropped, and it was like the experience changed. I was like, whoa.
Thank you, man. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, man. See you next time. Thank you.
Christoph.
See you guys. Thank you.
Devin, when you spoke
Joey.
about sprinkling joy at every moment in life, I had this fear of, I grew up in a very joyous household, but then there's the unconscious joy and the conscious joy. So I have this fear in me of staying in the unconscious joy, even though I still see it as sprinkling joy. Can you share more about that?
You want me to share more about that?
Yeah, but what you mean by this sprinkling of joy in every moment.
Mm-hmm. And I really get that the danger of just unconsciously running around trying to manipulate spaces and people essentially to be it and feeling the right feeling, which is joy, which is how one unconscious way to do it. Where it comes from for me is I can just wake up and be miserable all day. And it's like I have a pretty deep unconscious commitment to doing that. And what it mostly means is I don't even see the world outside. And I think each of us probably has about 500 natural, real, unforced expressions of joy inside of us every day. That they only come if you start to jack into that channel of like, it's fucking amazing to walk into a room and see my partner doing a crossword. Like, she has no idea what this does inside me. So the idea is that you could become responsible for locating these real pieces of joy. You don't even need to ever tell anyone about them, but you could. You could start also telling people about them. So maybe that would be a practice for you, is to start to distinguish between what's this like familial joy that has a fingerprint that would be different from the like Ryan Headley, your being, who that guy's being really is, that has nothing to do with the family you grew up in or the conditioning.
Yeah, what speaks to me a lot is, for me, is a lot of, before the old map I had was the joy is always outward. It's like having to do something to share it or give it to someone. But now what you're transforming in me is like it can just be this inside like feeling of joy that doesn't have to come out. I don't have to share it.
Yeah. Clinton has the thing with orange juice. And this is where I first learned about this joy thing a little bit. But he had this thing where he's like, I'm going to drink my orange juice. And if I'm drinking it and I'm not enjoying it, like no one else can enjoy my orange juice for me. And it was this wake up for me around like, yeah, I could be responsible for those little moments of joy that are mine. Not for me to keep, but they belong to me and I don't notice them most of the time. Yeah.
Ricky, I have some feedback for you. Do you want to receive it?
I do, X, yes. Yeah.
Yes. For the first round, when you were sending love to me, I noticed that I didn't feel it. I felt it from Yossi, but I didn't feel it from you, and I was really, really curious about what was going on. And then when we went to your turn and you were receiving, at first it was really difficult for me to feel like it was landing until you finally started using your words and speaking to the transactional culture that you came from, that love is a transaction. And then when you let yourself speak and move, like then it was like the love was just totally flowing. And yeah, I want to invite you to explore that in an EHP. Will you do that this week?
Yes. We'll do that this week. Yes. Will someone here hold an EHP for me this week on transactional love?
I will.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Axios.
Ryan, I have a piece for you that I've been withholding. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Earlier, when you were interacting with the group and you were sharing about what's going on with joy and love, I felt a lot of anger for your being, for your potential, because I could see that you have this story, somehow you picked it up along the way, that you're not worthy of love. And I think it's really worthy to research where you picked it up and where you got it from, because it's a lie. You are worthy of love. And it's like this whole thing, it seems like it's blocking you from just being and receiving love. And I invite you to explore that. This is my experience of being with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Wout.
I really loved being the son of love. Like that was like getting in both ways. Like I am the son of love, and I am like a son of love. Like both were landing in me, and I realized that yeah, I want to do that. I want to take on that identity and just radiate love more. And yeah, and I feel like there's some fear about loving. There's something here with loving and losing my center, or loving not being responsible or something. In some ways, I'm noticing that come up, and I had some kind of shift to today that I'm not super clear about yet, of like being able to just love and be in my center and not need anything to change, but just being that. And I'm really excited to play with this identity for the rest of today, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Joseph.
Bye. See you next week.
Yeah.
See you.
See you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Think this is it. Thank you, men, for exploring and experimenting.
Thank you, Devin.
See you in the chat, the topic, the cut the crap topic. Bye.
No, I
Bye,
say,
man.
I love you. Goodbye.
Okay, fine.
Goodbye,
Thank you,
sons of
John.
love.
Bye.
Bye.
Sounds love.